We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
Hi, welcome back. Holidays come in all shapes and sizes, a bit like people. Some like adventure, whilst others like kicking back and relaxing. Everybody's different. If you're planning an escape with a bit of something for everyone, we've got a few ideas for you. Like taking the train to Melbourne.
I just like the legroom, I like the scenery, and I like not driving, really.
And touring the city by foot.
That is incredible. How good. All in the middle of Melbourne CBD.
Or having everything being taken care of for you on a cruise ship.
I'm so stressed out.
If it's a local stay you're after, how about living it up a little at Mount Lofty House? Mount Lofty House is less than a half an hour's drive from Adelaide and is set in an incredibly scenic spot. You've got the Mount Lofty Ranges on one side and the Botanic Gardens on the other. What you may not know is that it's undergone an incredible renovation that's transformed it into a boutique designer hotel.
The history of Mount Lofty Estate is quite fascinating. It dates back to 1852 when Mount Lofty House was built by Arthur Hardy, a prominent statesman at the time here in Adelaide. He and his wife Martha used to hold these wonderful lavish parties where only the elite of Adelaide were invited. Following Arthur Hardy and his wife Martha's period of ownership, the house passed through a number of families up until 2009 when it was purchased by the current owners. So the Horbelt family have invested heavily to bring Mount Lofty House back to the glory of its earlier years. So when our guests step into our rooms, they'll experience classic charm but with a modern and contemporary take. All of the luxurious amenities you'd expect from a house evoking the style and spirit of a Gatsby's era.
Let's say you want a weekend escape with your partner and you're after a little bit of comfort. Well, a room like this might do it. It's the little things that are considered in a place like this. A generous 4-poster bed with a pillow menu, Jalique amenities in the bathroom and a very generous rain shower. I love that breakfast is included and you get a welcome drink on arrival.
So guests can enjoy dinner here in Hardy's Veranda Restaurant, carefully created by our head chef, Jin Choi, featuring the best of Adelaide Hills and South Australian produce, and paired with carefully selected and chosen wines from our wonderful cellar.
There's no shortage of things to do here. We're surrounded by parks, walking trails and wineries, but I kind of like the idea of not having to go anywhere at all besides the 200 steps here for a little spa treatment.
So they've added Gatekeeper's Spa, and then also last year launched the brand new luxury lodge, Sequoia Lodge. Winter is the perfect time to enjoy an experience here at Mount Lofty Estate.
Planning a trip to visit Melbourne, but flying isn't necessarily your thing? Why not look into the overland and make your way over via train?
There's something a little romantic about train travel. Watching the world go by and that constant rhythmic motion, it's all quite calming and relaxing, really.
This is my first time catching the train from Adelaide to Melbourne, and I'm extremely excited.
I just like the legroom, I like the scenery, and I like not driving, really.
I love driving, but train travel is just something next level, so you can relax a little bit more.
The trip takes about 12 hours and you certainly won't go hungry as there's a cafe on board, or if you travel premium, all your meals are provided.
It leaves Adelaide at 6:55 a.m. and arrives right here at Southern Cross Station at about 7 p.m. local time. The best part is you arrive in the heart of Melbourne CBD, directly behind Marvel Stadium, so if you're a footy head like me, you can head straight over to a game. Okay, you've had a nice relaxing trip over on the train, you've had a good sleep, you're feeling refreshed. It's now time to explore the hidden gems of Melbourne. Thank you.
I'm from Hidden Secrets Tours in Melbourne, and we exclusively do walking tours around the laneways. Some of the places we might see on a cafe culture walk are the little hole-in-the-wall cafes, different types of service. There's also different ways of doing coffee around Melbourne. We've moved away from just espresso, and the little haunts that you wouldn't expect different parts of the city to have. There's always a bit of street art, there's great tastes along the way.
All right, Fiona, what's your go-to? What's the specialty?
Well, here at Melbourne they do a wonderful thing called a campfire hot chocolate.
What is a campfire hot chocolate?
Look, it's a bit of a performance, there's no question, but it's a hot chocolate with all this smoke coming out of it, and of course, a toasted marshmallow.
Sounds incredible.
Yeah, great fun.
I don't think I've ever been more excited for a hot chocolate in my life. Do you dip it in?
Yeah.
That is incredible. How good. All in the middle of Melbourne CBD.
I choose the places that we go to on Hidden Secrets tours really by personal experience. I feel that restaurants and cafes can really look after you the best when you're solo. If they give you good service then they're probably going to give it to you even better when there's a couple or otherwise. So we want to make sure that our guests can go back and feel confident that even without us, they'll be looked after. Today we're going to show you the Cafe Culture Walk, which is a lovely story about Melbourne, which started as a tea city with all the English, of course, and the Chinese, and now is this mecca of coffee around the world, really. We're off to a little place called Patricia, which is a little hole in the wall as well. But I suppose the tour itself is about showing you how each lane is really different. Well, we're heading into a little place called the Captains of Industry.
Yes.
A couple of gentlemen who got together and created their own business within a cafe. Upstairs, round a corner, always fun.
Those little alleyways are buzzing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fiona, this place is awesome. Tell us a little bit more about it.
So it's called the Captains of Industry because it was three guys who got together to make a little cafe whilst they started up their other businesses. Originally it was a suit maker, a barber and shoemaker. We've evolved a little bit. There's still shoemakers here and they make them on order, 6 month wait.
Yeah? Wow.
But we're in an old watchmaker's factory, so it was a derelict building more or less when the boys started well over 10 years ago.
And what have we got on the menu?
It's really rustic, sort of, I suppose, gentlemanly campfire food almost.
The locals know the best places, don't they?
As we head out the Holdfast Bay Marina, young Fletcher Lawson's sticking close to mum. It's his first time on a boat. He's picked a good one though, with skipper and owner Tony Coppins going all out to ensure everyone's safe and comfortable on his Adelaide ocean safaris.
Are you worried about Fletch with a name like that? There could be a mutiny on board.
Oh, we've had our eye on him. There's definitely been a few shady characters on the boat before, so we're used to it.
He's enjoying it though.
He's having a great time. It's very kid-friendly. You know, see, mum's relaxed where he can move around the boat and he's not going to fall over the sides. It's got very high sides. It's very safe for kids.
So this was specially designed?
Custom built this boat to bring to the Adelaide.
Tony Coppins has plenty of experience, having cruised KI's Dudley Peninsula coastline for years. The rigid inflatable allows access to the little nooks and crannies of Kangaroo Island, with its ever-present pods of bottlenose dolphins. It's an experience he wanted to share with us jaded city folk, and it certainly hits the mark.
The daily grind getting you down and you need a break from the hassle of the city, which is just over there, I might add, then this Adelaide Ocean Safari experience is just what the doctor ordered. I could watch these dolphins for hours.
We're blessed to have these dorsal fin delights as regulars all along our metropolitan coastline. And for Tony, the experience is about unlocking the free spirit in us all.
So these bottlenose dolphins, they'll live to about 40 years of age. They'll only live half as long in captivity.
They're completely at home in an underwater playground stretching as far as the eye can see. In the search for these amazing creatures, you take in Adelaide's spectacular seaside suburbia from a totally different perspective.
Some great real estate here. It's beyond my pay scale. I should put in for a pay rise.
But it's hardly work as Tony explains the geological madness that created features like Hallett Cove with its boulders on the beach.
We've got a glacial cut cove here with, it's about 240 million years ago. Very similar to Christmas Cove, actually.
Yeah, your old stomping ground.
Absolutely. You can see the rock deposits here from when the glaciers broken up and disintegrated and left the...
On the beach there?
Correct, yeah. So they're granite boulders and other parts of debris.
I remember from old school days, moraine, I think it's called.
Okay.
Well, something like that.
Yes.
Vaguely.
Yes, I'll go with that.
By the close of day, young Fletcher's had it. A big day for a 4-year-old. And Mum can sense a mutiny coming on as we call it a day at the Holdfast Bay Marina. Adelaide Ocean Safari offer a host of possibilities, including twilight tours and corporate functions, departing from the marina at Holdfast Shores, Glenelg.
So, Kelly's at Mount Lofty House, Abby's walking around the city, and Vince, well, he's on a cruise. What's one thing that they all need? A good packing hack. I'm always on my phone, looking at this and that. I'm Gen Z, what do you expect? So I've put together my best hacks for packing. Some cruise ship cabins a little low on space, and the cupboards a bit small. So instead of packing one ginormous suitcase, pack 2 small ones instead and shove those suckers in there. Roll your clothes. You're gonna fit so much more in than when you stack them. Stacking is so last year. Put your earrings in pill containers. I know you can buy another one later. It keeps them organised and you will never lose them again. And finally, take the lids off your liquids, pop a piece of Glad wrap over the top, screw it back on. You're gonna thank me for this one later.
Glad wrap on your liquid bottles. Great idea. Thanks, Alex. I hope we've given you a few of those today to make planning your trip a little bit easier.